Hello YouTube, and welcome to another GIMP know-how tutorial. This actually isn't the YouTube version, so excuse me, I shouldn't have said hello YouTube. This is actually a GIMP know-how portal exclusive. So, this tutorial is going to be how to create spirals in GIMP. And spirals are the popular thing that's been going around in the web, in which a person or render is circled by some paths, and usually glowing, and added some other signature-like elements. So first we're going to open up GIMP. I followed Mike start mug tutorial, which was very nice. Thank you, Mike the DJ. Let's go ahead, and I have a picture of Stephen Colbert saved to the clipboard. Okay, well apparently it's not now, so I gotta go out to Google Chrome, best web browser ever. There we are. Okay, so now that we have our image of Stephen Colbert open, we need to create a render of him. Take your intelligent scissors tool. Now all you have to do is click points around Stephen Colbert, and the intelligent scissors will do the rest. They'll kind of auto-scale to his body. It doesn't matter if you get it precisely, because that won't really matter. Just get kind of the general image of him cut out. And you'll see why in a second. Once you're done, connect it to the last dot and press enter to convert it to a selection. Copy that layer and then paste it. Make a new layer where it says floating selection. Now you have a render of Stephen Colbert. You can just take away this background layer to see how we cut him out. It actually looks pretty good. The intelligent scissors did a good job, though you wouldn't want to put it in a white background. But because our background's exactly the same, it looks perfectly acceptable. Next, we need to create a new layer and make a path. Take your Paths tool, which is located right next to the Foreground Select tool and the Eyedropper tool. Make sure your mode is on Design, and then create a zigzag. Now, all you have to do is just drag your paths a bit over so they're kind of curvy, over the opposite direction that you dragged the path preceding that path. Next, click Stroke Path. For an image of this size, which is 800 by 1020, I would go with around 6 pixels. You can always go, oops, excuse me, I'm on white as my foreground color. You need to select black as your foreground color. I'm sorry, I was on black on my foreground color, and you need to select white as your foreground color. Now, if you want to make the actual path glow, which is the case in many spirals, we're going to do the glow effect tutorial, which you can see in some of my other tutorials, but I didn't originally come up with that effect. Stroke it with 8. Then select Filters, Blur, Gaussian Blur. A Gaussian blur of 12 is good. Now, as you can see here for our render, this is not really three-dimensional. We can easily fix this. Right-click on the new layer that the glow layer you made, and merge it down into your old paths layer. Now, take your square select tool, and anything you want to be above his body, just take your square select tool, copy it, and then paste it, and then on the floating selection, create a new layer. As you can see, this creates the path in front of him. Now skip a line. Now take your square select tool, and right about here, press Ctrl C and Ctrl V, and make a new layer. Then skip a line, and just repeat this process for anything you want in the foreground. Whoops. And that's why we didn't have to cut it out exactly, because it'll still look okay, even if it's not on the precise pixel. This one's being stubborn, so we will actually have to move it. Oh, that's weird. There we are. Never happened before, but oh well. Gotta merge all these path layers down just to get it. Oh yes, I wasn't on the currently selected new layer. Sorry about that, but you have to be certain to be selected on the new layer when you try to copy and paste. That was a very rudimentary error that should have been avoided. And I think this is the last section that we have to do. So there we have a spiral around Stephen Colbert. Looks very convincing. And so now what we are going to do is, because Stephen Colbert, actually no, I'm not going to do that, but tons of people add glitter and effects to their images, so you can do that optionally, but this tutorial is more to show you how to make a spiral. So thank you, GimpNoHows Portal, for watching this tutorial, and come back for more future tutorials.